Do you want more? More time, more balance, more love, more sex, more money, more real, and less bullshit? This is the Women Wanting More podcast with Dr. Karen Osborne. Real life, real stories, plus real tips to get you more of what you want.
Sister, respect your body. Your body truly is your temple. Your physical being is everything. And you're going to hear me speaking this more and more with the podcast about how important it is to have power in your physical body, because my belief, what is true for me, and what I've seen to be true, is that those that have power in their body first can have power in other parts of their life, but it really doesn't work any other way. Does not work any other way. That you seriously must have power in your physical body if you want to have power in other parts of your life. If you want to have a powerful marriage, if you want to have a powerful relationship with your kids, if you want to be powerful in your business, you must have it in your body. So I started boxing, how many months has it been now? For about 9 months. And I started lifting weights for the first time when I was 15. I'm now 48. And I actually have been doing CrossFit prior to when I started to boxing for 8 years prior to that. So lifting, being strong, having more of that leanness in my body has been something that's always been a part of my life. But just the strong. I remember the very first time lifting weights, taking what year would have been when I was 15? 1984. Not a whole lot of girls lifting weights at that point, and usually being one of the only females in the gym. And it was a class that I took at the local YMCA. I remember with my friend at the time, Michelle, and I remember what the guy looked like. He was really kind of chauvinistic. I think he thought it was pretty funny that girls were in this class. And I remember lifting weights for the first time and just being like, oh, I love this feeling. I remember always using the word later in life as it made me feel empowered. Now I define that as powerful. Powerful. And on top of that, when you make your body strong, you are physiologically doing what your body's designed to do. We're designed to be strong. We're designed to be able to have the function, mobility, be able to push things over our head and to push them away and to pull and to have these movements and to squat and to bend and to jump and to run it is the way our bodies are designed to be. And so when you train your physical body to be aligned with how we're designed to be, you create power in your body. That's it. The same way as far as the food you put in your body. When you put real food in, food that doesn't have a barcode, food that doesn't come in a can or a package, but had a parent, or came out of the ground, or came from a tree, like real food. When you feel your body the way it was designed to, lots of fats, some protein, minimal carbs, your body performs optimally. You have power. But you need to have that physical power in your body. And, with working with the women that I do as a coach over the past 2 years, and actually, even prior to that, 14 years prior to that, 15 years as chiropractor, what I found to be true is for a lot of women is they either, number one, don't place the importance of their own physical health because they're taking care of everyone else first. Like, I get that. I know we're all nurturers. I know a lot of us have kids and husbands and maybe even jobs where we're serving others as well, too. And so the time for you gets just like, it's not even there. It's non-existent. And you'll say things like, one day, when the kids get older, when they're in school, when I have more time. Listen, sister, nobody has fucking time. You make time, right? Let's just be real about this. But I found this to be true for a lot of women. They will put their physical health aside. They will have had babies and, beat themselves up over the extra weight that they're still carrying or how their bodies now look because they've changed. Because of stretch marks or because how different body parts have changed from nursing babies and carrying babies. And I get it. I mean, I don't really get that piece of it because we adopted both of our boys. I was actually never able to conceive or to give birth or to nurse any of those kind of things. But I can empathize with that. I understand. And I also understand for a lot of women, there's this, for some women, it's changing a lot now, but to have muscles, to have strength is for some people, and in the past and even still currently, not considered like a lady. It's not ladylike. It's not feminine. Somehow it's masculine to have muscles on your body. And so there's a bit of a pushback from that. And I know for some women as well too, they've had a lot of, challenges with the way that they perceive their bodies. And it can be the extreme of an eating disorder. Or it can just be that they just say things like, oh, I hate myself. I hate my legs. I'm fat. I'm not good enough. And I know, because I've been all those things before too. Not the eating disorder, but the, not loving my body. But you must have that in your body. And I'll tell you what, it's been a great reminder. This pain I've been working through in this body, the sciatica, and all along my right leg. So from my, really almost down to like my right heel, but really constant my right calf up to my right hamstring, back of my leg. How intense that's been, how painful. That I've taken this week, actually, even my third session of last week, I took off from boxing because there's just so much pain. I'm like, I can't do it. And this week, at the beginning of the week, I'm like, yeah, I'm still going to go. I'm just going to modify like I've been doing. And, the voice really inside of me and my voxed my coach. I'm like, here's the challenge I'm having. And if I don't get in the gym, then I'm going to feel less powerful. And, I'm going to feel shitty because I'm not moving my body. It's so who I am. It's like, I always explain, it's like my oxygen to move my body. So if I don't have that, and he's just like, Karen, he helped me really to figure it out on my own, but I'm like, yep, that's it. I'm taking the week off training. And so I haven't had this same mobility in my body. I've had a lot of pain in my body. Little things, right? Like being on the floor playing with my kids, I can't do. I can do for like about a minute, and then it just starts to get just this massive pain in my hamstrings. Brutal. Driving a car, difficult, incredibly painful. Trying to sleep. I've had 2 nights where I didn't sleep well. One where I didn't fall asleep till like 4 a.m. It has been a great reminder for me and gratitude that normally, outside of this, odd occurrence and the great lessons I've gotten from this experience, normally my body functions and feels amazing because of what I do to invest in my body, because of how I move it, because of the fuel that I put into it, because of how I listen to my body. So it's been a great reminder and realization of shit, I normally don't have any of this stuff. Like running late for school, Tyson and I run all the way to school. I'll be wearing Sanuks or sometimes flip-flops. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. I have great movement in my body. And not just because I go, well, it's great for 48. No, it's just great. There's no age attached to it. And by the way, if you're floating the whole thing of, well, my body hurts more because I'm getting older, sister, that is the biggest bullshit lie that you have maybe been brainwashed to believe is true. But it is not. I'm telling you, I feel better in my body now at 48 than I ever have in my life. I had someone the other day said something like they feel just as good as they did in their 20s. I'm like, no, I feel better than in my 20s. Way better. Way better. At 48. But wait a second, the body starts to break down and, again, bullshit. It can. It can if you don't care for it. But guess what? A car's not going to function well over the years, too, if you don't care for it. It's not because the car's getting older, necessarily. It can be a factor. But it's because if you don't care for the car, right? You don't give the oil changes and checkups and tune-ups and rotate the tires and... But yet a lot of us will have those maintenance scheduled maintenance for our car like clockwork, right? Don't miss them. Because we know if we invest that time into our body, we take care of it proactively, we invest that time into our cars, that they're going to run better. They're going to run longer. You're going to get more mileage out of your vehicle. You're going to use less gas. It's more energy efficient. Same shit for us, sisters. Same shit. So you must have power in your physical body. If you don't have it there, you cannot have in other parts of your life. Not sustained. Because think about this for a second. If you're moving your body on a regular basis and you have that energy and you feel good in your body and your body's getting leaner and stronger, think about how that affects your marriage. Let's go there with sex. Let's talk about, body image. Will you not feel better like being naked, taking off your clothes? Will you not have more energy for that? Will that you feeling better about yourself not affect and impact the way that your husband sees you? Because listen, sexy and beauty isn't necessarily about how you look on the outside. It's how you carry who you are. There's lots of women that are big women, lots of extra pounds, they're sexy as shit because they own who they are. They love themselves. They accept themselves for who they are. They have confidence. Think about how it would impact with your kids. Now I've got 2 little kids, they're 3.5 and 6.5. And at 48, a lot of people would be like, oh my God, and that must be so hard. You're 48. And it's like, dude, I'm good. I'm thankful to have little kids. Like, they keep me going. Like, I need energy for them. And I'm also showing them what it's like for, number one, a female to show up powerfully. So they get that. And number 2, they're seeing that, 48 is not old. Neither will 58 or 68 be. It's how you live your life, right? It's how you live your life. And how does it impact my clients? Well, again, if this is my way of being. I teach what I live. I teach who I am. And so not only would it be incongruent if I was speaking this way, and I didn't do it myself, of course, but to be able to have the energy and the focus by moving my body, by putting good fuels in, by having stuff like ketones on a regular basis that really keeps me functioning optimally, well, it means that I get to serve you better here on the podcast. I get to be more focused for my clients and help them more, to help them see. If I'm sluggish and I'm off and I'm like energy's up and then it's down, I'm just slugging back coffee to keep going and sugar, well, that'll be a totally different result, different experience. Not one I want to give to my clients. They deserve the best. So, sister, here's your more tip for today. Like, honestly, write down over the last month how many times that you've actually exercised. I don't mean that you played at the park with the kids. I mean, unless you were like really full on running and playing and jumping, that doesn't count. Okay, walking around at work throughout the day, if that's something that happens because maybe you work in a hospital or you're just up and moving around quite a bit, like that doesn't count. Unless you're doing something physical like construction, like that doesn't count. When is the time that you went to the gym, you lifted weights, you went out for a walk, it could be walking your dogs, you went to yoga class, you took a spin class, you boxed, you swam. Like how many days over the last 30 months, honestly, did you exercise? And here's the second piece of this. If it's any less than 30, you need to really figure out a way of how to put movement into your life every day. It ain't just 3 times a week at a gym, sister. It's not. And so on the days that I don't box, if Monday to Friday, I walk my son to school every day. 20 minutes there and back, 20 minutes there and back when I go to pick him up. So I have a minimum of 40 minutes of walking throughout the day. I walk my dogs. It's about a 25-minute walk. I take Bikram yoga usually once per week. It's a 9-minute class. Every day is movement. And if it's something like right now with my body healing, I'm able to walk. I have to be like very careful and I can't kind of walk at the same pace. But I've been doing mobility work. I've been doing foam rolling. I'm going in for massage today to help my body to heal more. Like I'm really honoring what my body needs right now. And it's not necessarily more movement because it needs some rest time. So how many days out of 30 have you moved your body? And if it's any less than 30, here's the third piece of this. Where can you actually find the time in your day to move? Yes, you can get up early in the morning. Someone had a great post I saw this morning on Facebook that said something like, replace the I'm not a morning person with I'm lazy. And after a while, it's going to really sting. So I know there'll be some of you that'll go, I'm not a morning person, Curtis. I can't get up at 4:30 like you do, where it's like, okay, then that's your choice. But I'll tell you what, I will choose an hour less of sleep any day of the week to be able to get up and move my body because I know what that produces. And if you were that, got to get your certain hour of sleep, fine, go to bed earlier. That's the way it's going to work. So it means I go to bed at 8:30. Okay. If you feel you must have the 8 hours of sleep and you want to get up at 4:30, yeah, that would be the math. Correct. Or you can maybe experiment and go, what happens if I get an hour less of sleep, but yet I get up and I really move my body? Let me just test that and see how that is. But where can you fit movement into your day where you don't have it out of those 30 days? So listen, sister, we're talking even more about the physicality, like really the one of the more pillars of the 4 more pillars, your body, more and more inside a very special coaching program I created called the Sisterhood. And listen, I created this for those of you that said, listen, Karen, I don't have several $1,000s to coach with you in your group masterminds and one-on-ones. Some of you do, and a lot of you have coached with me, and we've seen phenomenal results working together. But some of you are not, or are just not willing to. And so I created the Sisterhood as something for you to be able to have access to me as a powerful coach. You get to see the accountability of what it's like in a group, association of others that are like you is everything, and access to these tools. And this is all within a closed Facebook group. It's incredible. There's 81 women that are in the Sisterhood right now. And we do a weekly Facebook Live training. There's a daily Sisterhood tip, and then I do a Q&A session, Facebook Live Q&A session every month, so every 4 weeks. So here's the deal. You know, the monthly for that is minimal, $47 a month. But you can actually opt in and just try this out for free for the first 7 days. So I want you to do this then, sister. Head over to drkarenosborn.com/sisterhood. And it's going to bring you to the page. And you will register. And you'll get the first 7 days for free. Cancel anytime. It's a way for you to really experience and see what this is all about. So that's over at drkarenosborn.com/sisterhood, and go ahead and do that today. So I will talk to you in the next episode. A life of more. It's just one step away from you doing the fucking work every single day. I love and appreciate you, sister.
To get the show notes of each Women Wanting More episode, including the How to Get More tip, subscribe to the newsletter at drkarenosborn.com/newsletter.